Hello dear students, welcome to a new algebra session. Today our lesson will be talking about the Cartesian product. Let's start with the definition of the Cartesian product. If x and y are two sets, the Cartesian product of the two sets is denoted by x times y. Let's go and see example 1. If x is a set that has elements 1 and 2, where y is another set that has elements 3 and 5, find each of the following. The first question is to find x times y. As you can see in front of you, that here the elements of x are 1 and 2, so every element in x will take an element in y. So the 1 will take the 3, and also the 1 will take the 5. After that, the 2 will take the 3, and then after that, the 2 will take the 5. So here we have a new set of ordered pairs, 1, 3, 1, 5, 2, 3, and 2, 5. If you can see here, when you see letter N before the bracket, this means that the number of elements. So here, the number of elements in x times y, these four ones, we got them from the number of elements in x multiplied by the number of elements in y. So the number of elements here is 2 elements, and the number of elements in y here are 2 elements. So 2 times 2 is 4. Question B. X squared. X squared means, for sure, as you guys all know, is x times x. So here we write set x multiplied by set x. Every and each element in the first set will take every and each element in the second set. So here the 1 will be with 1, so it's 1, 1, 1, 2, then 2, 1, 2, 2. How many elements do we have here? We have 4 elements because set x has 2 elements, and for sure times set x, which is also has 2 elements, so 2 times 2 is 4. Example number 2. If x is equal to a set that has 2 elements 1 and 2, where y is a set that has 3 elements 3, 4, and 5. The question is asking us to find x times y. As we said, we write x first, multiplied by y, then every and each element in x will take the element in y. So we'll have 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, then 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5. And here, the elements in x were 2 elements. The elements in set y are 3 elements. So the number of elements in the product of x times y is 2 times 3, which is 6 elements. If you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements in this set. How can we represent this with an arrow diagram? Here, we write set x on the left-hand side and set y. We write all the elements here, and then we go with arrows. So 1, 3, here 1 goes to 3. 1, 4, the 1 goes to 4. 1, 5, then the 1 goes to 5. Same thing with the 2 in the x. The 2, 3, so the 2 goes to 3. The 2, 4, so 2 with an arrow going to 4. 2, 5, then the 2 has an arrow going to 5. How can we represent this in a Cartesian diagram? Here is the Cartesian diagram, and here are the ordered pairs plotted on the diagram. Let's move on to example 3. If x is a set that has elements 3, 4, and 8, find x squared. X squared means that we write the x twice multiplied to itself. So x times x. So every element in x will take an element in the other x. So here, if I have this set has 3, 4, and 8 multiplied to the same x that has 3, 4, and 8, then the 3 will take the 3, so 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 8. After that, the 4. So 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 8. Then 8, 3, 8, 4, 8, 8. The number of elements in set X is 3. And to know or to check the number of elements in the new set, 3 squared is 9. So you'll see here that we have 9 ordered pairs in the new set. How can we represent it by an arrow diagram? Here's the arrow diagram. What does this mean? A circle that is under this 3 means that the 3 is going to 3. This circle means the 3 is going to 3. So here, 3, 3, 3, 4, 3, 8. And now here, 4 has a circle, then it's 4, 4, 4 going to the 3, it's 4, 3, 4 going to the 8, it's 4, 8. The 8 has this circle or this ring. This means that it's 8, 8, 8, 3, and 8, 4. Take care, the arrows are very important. Now, we'll be talking about the Cartesian product of the infinite sets and its graphical representation. N times n. The product of n times n, for sure, n, the x values in n is a natural number, where y is also a natural number. So here, the x belongs to natural numbers and y belongs to natural numbers, where n is the set of natural numbers. Here, if I have the set of integers multiplied to set of integers, for sure, it will be x and y, where x belongs to z and y also belongs to z. And what's z? Z is the set of all integers. Q times q, the same thing, where q is the set of rational numbers. And here's the graphical representation of them. R times r. R is real numbers. So here x belongs to real numbers, where y belongs to real numbers. Again, I'm repeating, what is R? R is the set of all real numbers. And here, this is the representation of the set of real numbers on the Cartesian plane. Here, these are called the 4 quadrants. So the first quadrant here, where x is positive number and y is a positive number. Where in the second quadrant, x is negative, where y is positive. When we say negative, that we mean that it's less than 0. And when we say positive, that means it's greater than 0. In the third quadrant, x values are negative and y values are also negative. In the fourth quadrant, the x values are positive, where the y values are negative. And the horizontal line xx dash is called the x-axis, and it's represented by equation y equals 0. And the vertical line yy dash is called the y-axis, and it is represented by equation x equals 0. Let's go to example 4. Here in this example, the question is asking us to draw a perpendicular square set of the Cartesian product r times r. Then tell the quadrant or the axis where each of the following points is located. Here we go. So point A, which is 3 and 3, it's plotted on the Cartesian plane, and here it is located in which quadrant? Yes, excellent. Point A is located in the first quadrant. Point B, 3 and negative 2. The x is positive where the y is negative. So as you can see it here is plotted correctly on the right hand side, and it's there in the fourth quadrant. Point C, x is negative where y is negative. So for sure, yes, you're right, it's there in the third quadrant. Point D, where x is negative 4 and y is positive 3. So x is negative where y is positive. So it's there in the second quadrant. Excellent. Question E, where x is 0 and the y is negative 3. So it's plotted on the y-axis. So we write on the y-axis, where the last point, which is point F, 2 and 0, as you can see it here, is plotted on the x-axis. Let's now go to the evaluation part. Please pause the video, try to answer it yourself, and then check your answers. Here, in the evaluation part, the question is asking us to choose the correct answer from the given answers. If nx means what? Means the number of elements in set X. If you have a small n before a bracket that has the name of the set, this means that it's representing the number of elements in this set. So the number of elements in set X is 3, and the number of elements in the product between X and Y is 12. So what is the number of elements in set Y? So for sure, you're going to calculate it easily. 3 times what equals 12? 3 times 4 equals 12. So the right answer in question 1 is 4. Let's move on. If 3 and 5 belongs to set 3, 6 multiplied by x, 8, then x is equal to what? For sure, when we have the multiplication here, we multiply every and each element in the first one, it takes one from the other one. So in this case, for sure, it's either 3x or 3, 8. So if it's here 3, 5, then x is 5. If the point 5, b minus 7 is located on the x-axis, any point located on the x-axis, its y value is 0. Any point located on the y-axis, its x value is 0. So here, as long as this point is located on the x-axis, so this means that b minus 7 is equal to 0, then b is equal to 7. So the right answer here is answer C. The last question, x minus 4 and 2 minus x, where x belongs to z, is located in the third quadrant. So here, third quadrant means what? Means that x minus 4 is less than 0, and the y is also less than 0. So if you solve this simple inequality, so x is less than 4, where x is greater than 2. Which of these choices is less than 4 and greater than 2? For sure, it's choice B, which is 3. By this question, we came to the end of our session today. Thank you very much.